How to install Windows 11 on VM Workstation. In this video, we are going to install Windows 11 on the latest version of Workstation Pro 17. So let's get started. So I believe that you have already downloaded and installed the Workstation Pro. If not, you can check out my other videos on this channel. So after you have downloaded and installed the VM Workstation completely, what you can do is create a new virtual machine. But before that, we need to make sure that we have a Windows 11 ISO image file that we can load and install in the workstation. So let's create a new virtual machine. Now this one is recommended the typical installation, so we will go with that. Click next, and then we need to browse and select the ISO image. So I'll go to my drive, the folder, and just choose the ISO image that I want to install. Click next. Now let's give it a name. Now you want to also choose the location where you want to store this virtual machine, like this. Click next. Now this next option, we are going to keep it as default and click next. And it will also choose the default settings of the software, the hard disk that it will take, the memory that it will use, and all the other configurations. So if you know that particular setting, just go to the customize hardware and you can alter that. But otherwise, we can just continue with the default settings and click on finish and keep it checked power on this virtual machine after creation. So let's click finish, and it will take some time and it will open the installation process. Hit enter if you want to boot it with Windows software, and if it keeps on crashing or it is unable to load that, maybe you need to turn on the screen virtualization on the BIOS setup, so you can search it separately. And then I assume that you already can see the screen and you can continue with the setup. So guys, if you're seeing this kind of error, what you can do is just go to the folder where you want to create the virtual machine. In my case, it was software and Windows 11 VM. That is the folder that I just created. So you already noticed that even though the installation has not just started yet, but it will create these all folders right here. So what you can do is just find the VMX extension, and the easy way to find this is just select this one. You need to select this one with 3 windows. This is the VMX file. You can just go to the properties to confirm that, right click and click on the properties, and you can see the file extension as VMX. Now we only need to make a little change in order for it to work. So just right click here and click on open with and choose any text editor. Like in this my case, I'm using Windows 11 and I will be using Notepad, and click on just once. And here we have all the settings. Just locate this one which says firmware equal to EFI. Now depending on the different versions that you're using of the virtual machine or VM Workstation, you might see this option upwards, downwards, anywhere, but you basically have to find and locate this firmware is equal to EFI. Just change it to BIOS, and that's pretty much it. After that, just close this and save this. Just open the Notepad editor again and just change this one. And as we can see, this one was not changed to BIOS. So let me just save this and let's confirm it once. Now it is changed. And now guys, what you can do is just shut down, because we are already stuck in the system. So just shut down and then just try to play it again, and it should solve the problem. As we can see now that it's running fine. So after we have resolved that issue, we see this main screen right here, Windows setup. Now we can choose the language to install is English. Time and currency format is English and US. Click on next and click on install now. Now we need to choose an operating system, right? So in this case, we have a lot of options in this particular ISO image. So it depends on ISO image. The options you will see is according to that, whatever ISO image you are using. So in this case, I'll use this one. Click on next. I accept. Click next. Now in this option, we are going to select the custom install Windows only. So because we are doing the fresh installation, we are not going to upgrade anything. It is creating the new one. So just select this custom here and then simply hit next, and it will start the installation. Now depending on your system speed, it might take you some time. So just sit back and relax while it installs the software. So this is the pretty straightforward process now. We don't have to do anything in that. So it will automatically install. So I'll just fast forward the process, and after the installation is done. And after that, you will see this screen right here. Just choose your country and click yes. Just choose the right keyboard for you and click yes. And if you want to add a second keyboard, you can do that. Otherwise, just skip this step. And now I can choose any device name, like here, I'll just write account-PC, click next, and it will continue the installation process. Now in this step, we can see this option right here. How would you like to set this up on this device? So I'm considering that we are using this for an enterprise and not for the personal use. So for setup for school or work, we will choose this option and click next. And then it will take you to the screen of the sign in options. You can either sign in from the Microsoft account, but we will in this case click on the sign in options and we will use domain join instead. Now just keep in mind that it will ask you to enter a name, and that will work as a main administrator user created on the Windows 11. So let's write here admin, click next. You can enter password. I can just keep it simple, 1234, something like that. Click next, confirm the password, and click next. It will ask you for some security questions. You can choose that carefully and you can note it down somewhere. Now I have chosen all of my answers and then just continue the setup. Now for this privacy settings, we are going to turn all of this off. So we don't need that right now, all of these functionality, because we are just using it for our practice purpose. Just click on accept. So right now it's checking for the updates, and then it will do its job for the starting process and getting the things ready. So we will just fast forward this process and let's see further what we can do on it. And now we have the main screen right here. Just enter the password. We have kept it simple, 1234, and it will take some more time to set up things. And as we can see, the command prompt is working in the background to complete the process. And now we are done. Now the only thing we need to do is just make it full screen, and for that we need VM tools. So just click on the VM from the top and click on install VM tools. Click on install right here. And if the setup doesn't start automatically, what you can do is just go to the PC and click on VM tools right here and just start the setup manually. Click yes. And let's click next. It's a pretty straightforward installation. Just choose the typical, click next and install. And as you can see that the drivers are installed and now we are on the full screen, but just wait for it to finish the installation and click on finish. So let's just restart the computer and just finalize our installation in the VM. And just double click here. 1234 is the password. Hit enter. And it's gonna complete its pending task and you have it installed right here. We can just go to our PC and just right click here and click on properties. And we have the Windows 11 Pro Edition installed on our PC. So that's it guys. This is how you can install the complete Windows 11 on VM Workstation latest version. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified of all the future videos. This is Saad signing off from today's video. Take care.